Just come, listen. You just come. You have to have patience and wait a few minutes.
Hello truckers, it is a beautiful day for trucking in the USA. Today I'm up in Missoula, Montana. We're just burning out of here. I am bouncing the 530 miles down to Salt Lake City to pick up another machine that is going to be going to Odessa, Texas. This is going to be a Cat D8 Dozer. It is going to be a big boy. This one's going to have the blade on it because apparently they couldn't remove the blade because the pins are seized to it. So it's going to be a big load. It'll be 13 or so wide. We're not pretty excited to be under this one because it's going to be the heaviest thing I've ever hauled. Going to try real hard to get out of Salt Lake City tonight. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I'm really trying to be, but we just don't know yet because that is a pretty tall order of business because I still have to drive all the way down there. And then once I get down there, I have to go over and get this machine on the trailer. We got to get it weighed, got to get permits, and then we have a whole curfew issue and everything else to deal with. So I don't even know if we make it out of Salt Lake tonight. I'd really like to be out of town, but we just don't know if that's going to be a reality. So just depending on how everything goes, we've just got to see. That's what makes this a little difficult. So as we get down there, the couple of things come into play. I mean, obviously I'm going to be getting into town right at about 4 p.m. Well, curfew down there starts at 3 and runs till 6. What I'm figuring on is if I can get the machine loaded and be over to the truck stop, in time and get everything set, well, then we'll be good there. But I just have to see. So we'll see how it goes once we got her sitting on the trailer here. But I will check in with you guys from Salt Lake City. Well, good morning, everybody. I am just getting into Wyoming here. I'm in Evanston, just leaving the port of entry. And getting off to kind of a late start today. We didn't even get moving last night because Utah didn't want to kick out a permit until this morning. So, and then it took almost an hour to get my permit and everything out of Wyoming because they had to figure out ways for me to go around road construction and this and that and the other thing.
On
so
the right,
it's really really hurting me
loop.
for time here. So I'm going to squeak in here right quick. I'm going to fill the truck full of fuel. I'm going to run in, take a shower, and then we're going to come back out and get after it again. I'm really hoping that I can get over to at least Lyman tonight, but that's looking just a little bit sketchy with everything going on. So it'll probably be, well, I mean, I really don't know if I'm even going to make it through Denver. So that's kind of what's got me worried.
I-80 business loop, then take the first left.
Because if I don't make it through Denver tonight, I might not be able to make it through before curfew in the morning. I don't know if the sun will come up early enough for me to do that. So that's just kind of yet to be seen. So sometimes things like this happen, it'll really slow you down. So really hoping I can get this thing delivered tomorrow, but that's, we're still 1,136 miles away right now.
I-80 business loop,
and that doesn't include any playing around that we have to do in Texas. So that's turning into kind of a tall order of business. I mean, it's still doable, but it's going to be a lot of work. Guys, I'm going to make a little video that shows you exactly how it is that you don't do things. It's like how this guy here's doing it. Pulls in, cleans mirrors, windows, does everything under the hood, and then buys fuel. You can get all this stuff done at once. It's pretty easy, but apparently he doesn't care about anybody else or their schedule or anything else they've got going on because he's still telling me he's got the fuel yet.
You're speaking the wrong
so,
thing. You just come here, you speaking the wrong thing. You just come in and don't let me finish my...
You can put the tanks, you can start fueling your tanks, and you can jump out and do everything else. That's what everybody else does.
Come, listen. You just come. You have to have patience and wait a few minutes.
Why can't you start fueling right away? Why can't you pull in, start fuel, and then do your mirrors?
Not
That is my business because it's my time. It's you're holding me up. You're costing me money right now. So that makes it my business. I can't pull through another one because I'm 12.6 wide. That's why. That is exactly why. Because I'm too wide to pull through, so I have to pull in, and then I have to back up and go back out when I'm done fueling. What the problem is you pull into a pump, you get fuel in your truck, and while it's fueling, you do everything else you got to do. You don't sit here and hold it up for 35, 40 minutes. That's what the problem is. It's called being a model of efficiency. This is what the industry's coming to, people. This is exactly what the industry's coming to. Now I gotta sit here, I gotta wait for this guy to fuel. And as you can see, we got the big dozer on here, so I can't pull forward through the pumps. And this is what this guy's not understanding is that I can't pull forward through the pumps. So once I pull in and fuel, I have to back up here, I have to back my way back out, and then I have to go over here and park. I can't pull straight through the pumps being as wide as I am because the edges of this dozer will rip everything out of there. So, and here he is. He hadn't even started fueling yet. We've been sitting here for, I've been here for over 15 minutes now behind him while he's wandering around and cleaning the mirrors and doing one little bit at a time. So, you know, what sparked this whole thing off is I went up and I just very politely asked him, because all he was doing was cleaning his windows and shit. I very politely asked him if there was any way that he could pull forward and do what it was he was doing so other people could fuel, because there was traffic backed up into the street. I guess he's not even going to fuel now, so I guess that worked out. But you know, I didn't say anything mean to him or anything like that. He just started wanting to cuss at me and do everything else and telling me that I need to mind my own damn business, and all I'm trying to do is get traffic moving through here again because I'm parked in the middle of the way. I can't go through another pump here. So at least we're getting on a pump now though, so yelling at him and taking video worked. I guess he didn't want to be famous. I'm going to squeeze up here as tight as I can. Hopefully I can get this thing close enough. Which I can almost, yeah, there we go. It's pretty tight. I'll get this thing stuffed full of fuel and we'll check up with y'all later. Good morning everybody. It is now day 3 of this load. And I'm just leaving Commerce City, Colorado.
There is currently light traffic on your route.
And kind of a long day yesterday. It wasn't really anything exciting. I was just driving across I-80 in Wyoming. And the only thing I did have happen in there is as we were coming into the tunnel at Green River, I had this idiot in this US Express truck. I'd centered up the lanes to go through the tunnel. I'm really wishing my dash cam would have been able to catch this, because he came out in the median and passed me in the median about 500 feet from the mouth of the tunnel. And this video I'm showing here is just where I turned this camera around and showed you the side. I didn't have time to fire it up when he did what he did. But I can't believe somebody'd be that stupid as to try and pass me 500 feet from the mouth of a tunnel. It just blows my mind. And so that was a hell of a deal there. But anyways, other than that, really uneventful day. Other than we've been having an issue getting Oklahoma to issue my permit. So last night, instead of going all the way to Lyman like I was gonna, which is another, you know, hour and 10 minutes from Commerce City, instead I elected to stop in Commerce City. And the reason I stopped there is there's a possibility that I was going to have to go south through New Mexico. Now, it's kind of a toss-up on these things, because I don't like running south through New Mexico. For one, when you get to New Mexico, they always get there and they always tell you that your company hasn't paid your annual or your quarterlies, and that you have to buy a permit, and then you have to call them and you spend an hour at the scale. And I know all it is they're just doing this on purpose, so is that they can rake more money out of people, because they're trying to get that $30 permit every time you come through. And it's really messed up in my opinion, but you know, it's government being crooked at its finest, and you get a lot of that down in New Mexico, and it's their little, it's how they're fundraising money, I guess. So as it were, you get down there, you deal with the port for like an hour, you argue with them, they call the company, you call them back, everything else, and then finally they say, okay, you're good to go, and you get your permit from them for your oversize, and then you get on your way. Well, the other thing with that is when you go down through New Mexico, you got to climb over Raton. And right now on 87, there's a whole bunch of construction, so I'd have to go all the way down to I-40. And so there is just a whole lot of messing around with it. And on that road, I mean, it's a lot of high country running. So you're going to be in the throttle hard all day. You're going to burn a whole lot of fuel. You're going to be going slower. So even though it costs about $400 more to go this way, to me, it makes it up in the fact that you're running on flat land. You can make speed, you can make time, and you get there that much more early. So in this case, that's why I've elected to go this way. And, you know, it kind of sucks because I've got to get a pilot car running through Oklahoma there in the Panhandle, which, you know, is just kind of a sucky thing. And then I have to get, you know, down through Texas there, but that's just what it is. You know, the permit's $520. It's like another $150, $175 for the pilot. So that's kind of just is what it is. One of those things you have to deal with. So we'll be pushing on down there. There's a lot of road construction out here in Denver right now, so I'm just kind of being really careful, working my way through all this. I really need to stop in and get some more memory cards. That's what went wrong at the dash cam, is the memory card died. Unfortunately, as hard as I've been running, I just haven't been able to get anywhere I can get one. I need to get to a Walmart or something. So once I have that, I'll be able to do more video and let you guys see more of what's going on here. So it's Friday afternoon, about 5 p.m. my time. We're just about ready to hit the Texas state line. I'm in Oklahoma right now. It's about 6 p.m. local time, which is Central Time. The wind has been blowing like crazy all day. We've been sorting out permit issues and everything else. It's been a day. Not really a hard driving day. I haven't driven that many miles today. I've only driven about 300 miles. What's been kind of taxing for me is just the mental aspect of it, because haven't been able to get a hold of the customer, wanted to get the load delivered, you know, we don't know where to take it. And we're trying to get permits figured out. Well, if we don't know exactly where the load's going to, how do we get permits to go there? So that's that created a bit of an issue today. And so we finally got that figured out. Got everything where we need to be, got it all sorted. I got everything loaded up to my GPS. We're ready to rock. And so right now we are 424 miles away from delivery. And got a good little stretch here. We're going to be stopping about a mile ahead. I got this pilot car guy that brought me through. That kind of looks like she exploded, didn't it? Of course, you got to start talking in the middle of making a video, but yeah.
Yeah, right on down there in the state line, there'll be a place to pull off right there for that welcome sign there on the right hand side.
In 1 mile,
10-4.
arrive at GXOK line US 287 on the right.
As the man said, we're stopping at the Texas state line. I got to sign some papers so he can send us a bill.
But no wider than y'all, I think we'll be okay.
I'm going to get stopped up here, do a little paperwork so he can get paid, and then I'm going to continue on my way. We've only got about 3 hours of daylight left, or actually 3 hours that I can run, including, you know, the 30 minutes after sunset. I've only got about 2.5 hours of daylight left. So that really, whoa, these roads are rough. It's like throwing my drink right out of the cup holder. Oklahoma, fix your roads. Oh man, that guy's got one of the headache racks that I really want. Literally throwing the soft drink I've got sitting in here right up out of the holder. I'm gonna have to show you guys this as it goes by. It's old Peterbilt with the Kenworth sleeper.
Arrive at GXOK line US 287 on the right.
That's kind of funny. So anyways, as it were, that's what we got going on. I am now in Texas. Now we'll check up with y'all. I'm going to run it hard tonight. I don't know if I'll check in again, but we're gonna get on down, find a place to park tonight, get some sleep, and then get up early, hit it hard, because I want to get this thing off the trailer before it starts to get too warm here. So we'll check up with y'all in the morning probably. Well, good morning everybody. It is now Saturday morning. I am almost to where we're delivering down in Midkiff, Texas. Looking around out here, the only thing I can see is a bunch of pump jacks and planes. There is absolutely nothing of interest to show you. It is your typical West Texas that you think of. Got up this morning, you know, just got on the road. It's been a really uneventful day. Really hot out though. I mean, running across, you get these slight uphills out here, and the truck's been running up over 215 degrees pulling some of these hills, just these minor hills here. So it's pretty warm outside today. I don't know exactly what the temperature is, but I can feel the heat just coming through the side of the truck here. Don't know what's going on for next week yet. I mean, this should be a pretty straightforward, easy unload. I can pop in, pop out, and get gone. So hopefully I can get in and out of there before I break too much of a sweat. Because that's one of the reasons why I left Texas when I used to live here. I just always get way too hot. So I'm really kind of dreading having to get out here in the dust and the heat and unload this machine. So get her done as quick as I can, then I can run back up to Midland, go to the truck stop there. I really got to figure out, do I want to hang out in Midland for the rest of the weekend, or do I want to head west towards like Dallas or something like that? We'll just have to see, because that's a pretty good drive in itself there. So I kind of got to figure out where I want to be so I can get something on the trailer come Monday. So see what I can do there. Anyways, we'll check in with y'all later.